This video is going to discuss how to use the unit circle to find exact values of our trig ratios. Recall the activity we did where we estimated the x and y values of the location where the angle met the circumference. We saw that the sine was approximately the y value and the cosine was approximately the same as the x value. So for example, in 30 degrees, we estimated x as 0.85 and y as 0.5, and we saw that the cosine was 0.866 and the sine was 0.5. This works for any angle. The sine is always the same as the y value, and the cosine is always the same as the x value on the unit circle. Now, instead of approximating, we can use the exact values we found in class to find the exact value of sine and cosine of angles on the unit circle. So for example, the cosine, if we're looking for the cosine of 30, we will find our 30-degree angle and look at the x value, which is the square root of 3 over 2. So the cosine of 30 is the square root of 3 over 2. In 45 degrees, we would look at our 45-degree angle and look at the x value, square root of 2 over 2. So the cosine of 45 is the square root of 2 over 2. Similarly, 210 degrees, find the 210-degree angle. Look at the x value. It's negative square root of 3 over 2. It'll work exactly the same with sine, except we need to look at the y value. So at 30 degrees, I'm now going to look at the second coordinate, which is 1/2. 45 degrees, again the second coordinate, square root of 2 over 2. And then, for example, 300 degrees, I'll find my 300-degree angle and look at the y, negative square root of 3 over 2. We can also use the unit circle to find an angle given the trig ratio. So in the previous slide, we were finding the trig ratio given the angle. So now we're finding the angle. So for example, if I'm looking for an angle that has a cosine of 1/2, well, I'm just going to kind of scan my x values. It's not 30, not 45. 60. We have a winner. So one of our answers could be 60 degrees. The weird thing is we're actually going to have more than one answer. So I'm going to keep scanning my x values. Now I have negative 1/2, not the same as 1/2. So keep going. These are all negative. That's no good. These are still negative. No good. So I'm going to end up over here in the fourth quadrant. And I see that 300 degrees also has a cosine or an x value of 1/2. For sine, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to look at the y values. So my question says the sine of theta equals negative square root of 3 over 2. So I'm looking for negative square root of 3 as a y. Well, all these y's are positive in the first quadrant, so that's not going to work. Again, all positive in the second quadrant. Here I've got some negative y's. So it looks like 240 gives me a negative square root of 3 over 2. And also, where's another one? Another one would be 300. Negative square root of 3 over 2. All right, so now it's your turn. You're going to need your unit circle. In the first three, I want you to find the exact value. So that's something like square root of 3 over 2, or 1/2, or square root of 2 over 2, negative 1, something like that. In the second three, you're finding an angle. So you're looking at the degrees. So your answer is going to be like 30 degrees or 90 degrees or something like that. Good luck.